Okay, that looks good. Evening all. I think we're live. If we are, as per usual, please give me a thumbs up underneath the video so I know it's working. Type something in the comments or something. That'd be really useful so I know it's working. And I've clicked all the right buttons my end. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Are we getting any reaction? Looks like it. Yep, we're getting some thumbs. That's good. Marvellous. Right, evening all. We've all had a jolly weekend. It's just started tipping down rain here in Cambridge. So that looks like the end of the nice weather again. Typical. Anyway, let's stick a proper screen up here. Hang on a minute. There we go. So tonight we have these bits finishing. Let me just move my cup of tea out of the way so I don't tip it in my keyboard. Oops. What's going on here? I want to do. Where's my thing on the Zoom? That's weird. That's what I was trying to do. Make those a little bit bigger. Ooh, too big. That big. That's better. Yeah. So the very nice jukebox, of course. The much sought after Easy Push. It's going to be interesting to see what that sells for. Duomat, Baromat, the bowling, the Buckingham slot machine base, and the that unusual wall bracket for the Amy wall box. So make sure you've got your offers in on those. I've stuck up a whole load of new spares today. On this page instead, so the newest stuff. Yeah, we've got that one. So some new machines that came in over the weekend, and a whole load of spares as well. So we've got a nice War Eagle restoration project, all there working. Have a look at that. I'll get videos of these up tomorrow, hopefully, or the next day. It's very unusual. I don't know if it's Toto or Toto, whichever it's called, whatever it's called. War machine. Honest John's Bandit. That's quite interesting. Darts machine. A Rulamint and a high top. And then got a few bits. You'll notice some coins on. If you didn't catch the video the other night, the coins and token section is now live. So lots of coins on and more coming in. What useful bits have we got? A Mills Bandit lock and key, proper, snake key, so that's good for somebody. A Sega Made of Money top light box, and that's got a proper original glass in it, so that's quite nice. A few all-win bits people have been asking for, which are like Rocking Horse Doodah to get hold of, but we've got a few bits in here. So have a look at those. Small coins, some bolts and springs for bandits. Some more different award cards and things, and some more coins. So there we are. Check for all that. I'll have a look at these machines in a minute. Right, let's see who's here. Evening, Stevie, Peter, Paul, and David. Hope you're all doing well. Yes, there's War Eagle. Obviously, you'll see it's better once I've done the videos. Yeah, nice little project for somebody to. Doesn't really look very much in sort of drab red. I don't know, maybe red oxide paint, whatever, somebody slapped all over it. So, but they look really nice machine when they're done, don't they? Have I got a picture? Oh, there we go. Look, there's one. That's how it should look. So hopefully somebody will buy that and make it look like that. Although it shouldn't have black reel strips in it, should it? A War Eagle, it should be cream reel strips, I think. Like this one's got original reel strips on that mech. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will make it nice. And this electromechanical thing came in. I don't think I've seen one of these before. So anybody who has, I'll be interested to hear from. So what you do is this bottom row is all little reels, and they spin round, 10 of them. And the idea is when it stops for as many as possible to match the top row. If they match, then the little red lights light up. I think you have to get more than 7 and it pays out. Real number 4's got a restart on, like a Baramat. So you can restart it if you don't like what it lands on. And then the more 7 or more you get, the more coins it pays out. So there's sort of signs of life in it. It's not quite working quite right, I don't think, but I might have a fiddle just see if it's something simple like a loose wire I can obviously see, but I'm not an electronics person really, so. But I can't see anything obviously missing, so I don't think it'll take much to get it going for those of you who know what you're doing. Evening, Kevin. Long time no speak. Paul says, remember playing the Toto, I don't know if it's Toto or Toto. It's one T, so in English it's Toto really, isn't it? Or this is a German machine. Remember playing them on the pier at Walton-on-the-Naze in the 60s. Paid out tokens. About 10 tokens was worth the same as a Bally Gold award. Ah. So it's not one I've seen, or I don't think I've seen, or sold, in this very distant past. Certainly we haven't got any sale records of them since we started doing the sales at the Elephant House anyway. So yeah, thought it was quite a natty thing. So I'll try and, well obviously when I'll video it, try and get as much life out of it as I can with the video so we can see it at least half running, if not fully running. So that was quite interesting, I thought. An Honest John's Bandit. Honest John, he's in Europe apparently. Good for him. I'm certainly not. This is rather interesting. It's sort of a casino machine. It's got a, I don't know who made it. There's a Mills mech, bit of a hybrid with a Pace rotary escalator on it. And obviously had big jackpot awards, 5 cent to $10, which is what, 200 coins, isn't it? So I presume it paid out tokens. The front's supposed to light up. There's lights in it, but they're not connected up. The chrome's quite good on it though. So yeah, interesting thing. If anybody's got one of those and knows who made it, that'd be interesting to hear. A darts machine, we sold this back in 2019. November 19 we sold that. Sort of unrestored, as found as it were, and it's been sort of a sympathetic restoration, so it all works now perfectly. Still in its original paintwork, which is nice. This spots almost kind of looks like woodworm holes, but they're not. It's like gold speckle in the paintwork. But yeah, quite an impressive thing really if you play darts or, you know, a nice big arcade machine. It'd be good to operate because it doesn't pay out anything. It's just a, you know, game of skill. So those of you with the arcade might like to have a go at that. Peter says, just stopped working. Is it your end or mine? Don't know. Mine's okay. Says I've got an excellent connection. It's working for Stevie, so I assume it's your problem, Peter. Let me just stick a message in here just in case anybody else is having a problem. Oops, working okay. Oh, there we are, yep. That's obviously Peter with the problem. It's all gone wonky in Norfolk. I need to be over here, but the camera's in the wrong position again tonight, isn't it? Let me move this way a little bit. That's better. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. What was that about? Yes, this darts machine. you're back. Anyway, yeah, so darts machine. And then we've got a rulament. That seems to work okay. It seems to be a bit generous. I don't know if it's paying out too much. It's nice condition. Interesting bet on these. You bet on a colour and the number. So the number's on the outer reel. And then whatever the spinner of the roulette wheel lands on also pays out. I think you get an extra penny. So for example here you can see they're all on yellow. So if you bet yellow, can't quite see the instructions there, but I think you get the number. If you bet on the number, you see it's 4, 2, 1 or whatever, and an extra penny if you guess the colour as well. That seemed to be quite nice. Like I say, nice condition, that one. And then a high top. This one all based up for Coin Automatic Co. Rochdale. This is on sixpence tokens, which are very slightly smaller than sixpences. So to get it to run on coins, you just need to run a file around the coin entry, and it would run on sixpences happily. I think it was a gaming act thing, like when they stuck in hotels and cafes and things, we didn't have proper gaming licenses on, so you had to buy the tokens over the counter to play the machines, so you couldn't actually physically quite get a sixpence in it. But there's some sixpence tokens with it, but it would take about 5 minutes to put it onto sixpence coins if you want to. Jackpot, backdoor, everything. Formica's good on it. So there we are, that's the latest batch of machines. There's a couple more bandits due in next week. I'm not sure what else is due next week. But it keeps rolling along. We will tonight, I've mentioned in the email earlier on if you read it, with what's selling tonight. I think we need to sell, I think we're up to 98 machines sold via the website since we started it. So as long as we sell 2 out of these 8 machines, is this finishing 5, 6, 7 machines, then we'll hit 100 machines sold, which is quite a nice little milestone. So what I'll do then is perhaps accumulate all those sale price results into one little video, run through quicker than the usual Tuesday night one, and we'll do that maybe Thursday, I think. Just for a bit of a recap how we've gone for the past 100 machines. I think that'll be quite interesting. So it's, yeah, sort of 30, I mean, we're getting in half a dozen machines a week or so, which is sort of 30 a month, which is not far off really what we used to do in the monthly auctions. It was usually 30, 40 machines. So we've almost got the machine trade, as it were, back to where we were, as long as it keeps up. So hopefully we roll out the other sections. Fairground stuff's going online this next week, and then I might do toys next, possibly. We're going to have a go at the auction horrors again as well. So hopefully as these other sections go on, if they're as successful as the coin up has been, you know, we'll be in a good place going forward for the future. Well done, thank you very much. It's been a bit of a slog, but yeah, I was talking to, had quite a few visitors over the weekend. You know, just about how it's going and where we're going and one thing and another. So people do seem to be getting the hang of it, which is good. And the stuff is selling, which is the most important thing. We've not had many machines haven't sold. No, not many at all. I don't know what, I mean, In the auction days, we used to sell pretty much all the machines. A few, there'd always be a few that didn't go, but I sort of suspect we're on the same kind of level again, really, of selling pretty much everything that we get. Which, after all, is what I'm here for at the end of the day. Yeah, so say coins, if you haven't noticed already, coins and tokens section we now have, that's now live, works the same as the rest of the site. Stick your offers on, and if you want to put a wanted ad in, somebody here that was wanting some shillings, some 2 shilling rather, some florins. I think I might have got some somewhere, let's have a rummage. My big bucket of coins, see what's in there. Stick your wanted adverts in, or send your coins in, etc. All the price results are down here from, I think it's about 600. Separate it out into different coins. So you can have a rummage through those if you need to see roughly the price of coins. Then on the Coin Up Spares and Supplies page, which I kind of need to rename now, I pulled out all the, which took a bit of doing, pulled out all the sale results as well. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, past all the sales, all the wants, you then get to price histories. So I've split out all the spares into, you know, kind of group them together into logical chunks. So I've got to wade through the whole lot. There's a lot of them. I've also put arcade signs in there, machine stands. What else do we have at the bottom here? Supplies, fortune teller cards, stuff like that. And then toy model coin machines. I think somewhere there's an other section, which were just other odd coin up related things I haven't had a category for yet, or haven't been able to stick them. Things like kaleidoscope stool to stand on, jukebox advertising standees, odd bits of sort of advertising and things like that. So anything that's kind of coin up related but doesn't really fit anywhere else gets stuffed on there. You'll also notice now on all the price result pages is the description, the original catalogue descriptions. So that's particularly helpful for things like machines. We pull up our old favourite what should we pull up? Brian's 11s, say, for example. That's what we usually look at, isn't it? B for Brian's. Brian's 11s is. There we go. So there's 39 prices there. But also now, with all the descriptions there, you can, you know, they make a bit more sense. For example, I was just on 460 and that one 800. Now you've got the auction description there. So here you can see, for example, the one that was 460 was unrestored, but working all complete. The one we sold prior to that for 800 was all over good and ready to use condition, etc. The one for 680 was loved visual condition. Let's find another cheapy one. And there for 240 was for restoration, and so on and so on. So it helps make a bit more sense of the price results when they're jumping about quite a lot, to know what kind of condition they were in. So hopefully that'll be useful to you all. What else have I done this week? I had another little list somewhere of other little jobs I've done. Price results, descriptions, coin section, very around next week. Oh yeah, and the spares show, somebody got hold of me because they noticed that for basic members, on the spares page, you weren't seeing any of this. It just said, you know, join up today to see or something, and it should have been visible to basic members. So now that's fixed. So that's good. I don't think I've done anything else this week I can think of. Anyway, so there we are. So any questions of anybody? Questions, comments, whatever. Moans and groans, aches and pains, bright ideas. Let me know. Well, I have the mouthful of tea before it goes cold. What else were we talking about the other night? We were talking about documentary, etc. So that's sort of being planned in the background. Documentary about people's collections, or person at a time, probably collections. So that I'm actively looking at and planning in amongst everything else. That's it, run out of tea now. So obviously I'll keep you posted on that as we're a bit further down the line on it. We'll probably do it as I think I said before, it's like a crowdfunding type thing to raise the funds to do it. I want to do it properly, produced properly, to a good standard, i.e. a lot higher standard than the little 2-minute videos I do for the machines on YouTube, and that takes time and takes money. So I'll probably stick it up on Kickstarter or something, or what's the other one? Which I do my little films on. That was Kickstarter, wasn't it? I think. Or was it the other one? Let me just open a page in the background here. Hopefully it won't appear on screen, and that's all right. So I can have a quick look. I've got the right website. I think I have. I'm thinking, oh yeah, it was Kickstarter, wasn't it? Yes. Yep, that's it. So I did that for three short films. And then that all kind of come to a halt because of Mum getting ill and all the lockdowns and everything else. So I haven't made a film for a while. I think they are on YouTube somewhere. There's a trailer for one on IMDb. Let me just, can I show you this screen? I probably can. Just gone a slight tangent for a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get this to work. If I put that up there, IMDb. Aha, there we go. Right, so I'll search for me. This one's me. See if I'm number 9. Sitter. This one, yeah, there's a trailer for it. Does it work if I play it out? Hope you like horror films. This was a little short film I made a few years ago. Don't know if the sound will come out or not. If the sound comes out, let me know, because I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if it works. Just a little trailer. For those of you who like that sort of thing. I can't hear any sound by end because I haven't got any speakers on. If anybody's just joined, I think, what the hell is going on? There you go. Interestingly, if you've got like Amazon Prime or whatever, you've probably seen it's advertising, you know, what films are available. They've done a film all about Jamie, and the little, well, it's not so little now, but the lad in my film here, the sitter, Noah, as he was then, he plays the young Jamie in All About Jamie. So I gave him his first film job, so that's quite nice. Anyway, The point was that we funded that by a crowdfunding thing, and a couple of other films did as well. And it worked quite well, so we'll do the same thing. Can I go back to here? Sinister Nicky, that was another one we did. That's a funny, weird horror film about a garden gnome that comes to life, because why wouldn't they? And then Conditioning is not one I wrote, but I produced. So we did them all by that model. So basically, people placed various different amounts of money, like 20 quid for a copy of the DVD of the film or whatever, or a bit more to you have different levels of perks, basically. And then all those contributions come in, and they pay to make the film. So we'll probably look to do the same thing if we can get, I don't know, 100 or more people probably to pre-order a DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, the slot machine dock. Then it's, can justify spending the money to do it. So I'll try and put that together sometime over the next few weeks, and just see what interest there is, really. Because at the end of the day, if nobody wants to watch it, there's not much point spending the time and effort of making it. I'll instead perhaps just film little clips of people's machines to help to fill in the database of stuff we haven't got. But it would be nice to do proper docs on people and their collections, and what got them into collecting, and how they started, what particular machines, whatever they interest them, and so on and so on. And then in time, obviously, as we expand the website out, maybe do it with people who collect fairground art and circus memorabilia, and so on and so on. So you can end up with quite a nice series of films on collectors, really. But we'll see. If I could get to all my stuff, I could do one on me, I suppose. But I don't really like being in front of cameras. I prefer being behind them. Anyway, so that's that. Anything from anyone? They've all gone very quiet. I hope we're still on. It looks like we are, yes. It says excellent connection my end. Let's go and have a look at the news stuff. Anybody's got any question on any of this news stuff? Let me know. Well, the one thing I forgot to do, Peter, sorry, was check the payouts on the thingy. Payouts on the thingy. Payouts on the Geomat. It does pay out, but I haven't checked all the payouts. I forgot. Sorry. Where are we? Latest sale listings. Yeah, but I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. So yeah, so next week I think there's a couple more bandits coming in, and what else is coming in? There's a few more spares to list, some more coins to list. But I should be mostly trying to get the fairground bit up and running. I'll probably be in Leamington possibly Wednesday, I'm not sure yet. It depends how the week goes. So if you're looking to collect anything you've bought tonight or previously, and or drop anything off for sale, and Leamington's easy for you, let me know. And we'll stay in touch, but probably Wednesday by the looks of things. At the moment, then next weekend I'll be here back in Cambridge all weekend, I think. Actually, it might not be all next weekend. I'll have to work on that one for viewing. Kevin, looking forward to the Auction of Horrors. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of those, so I'm not sure how much stuff we'll be able to round up. There's some stuff here in the house I've got to get rid of, some taxidermy and stuff. There's a few interesting bits coming today, some skull chandeliers and What else? What a nice wax-headed child-sized mannequin, which looks really creepy. Wax-headed mannequins always look creepy. That's quite nice, in a horrible kind of way. What else was there? Can't think what else came in. Anyway, you'll see obviously in a few weeks' time. So if you've got anything, let me know. If you've got anything to sell, I'll have to get hold of Hayes, see what he's up to at the Circus of Horrors. I spoke to him for a while. Have a rummage in the sheds, see what we can find here. And yeah, just see if you know, people take to it the same way as the Slot Machine Brigade have. Hopefully they will. It's a completely different set of people, so it'll be interesting to see. It really, I suppose, it's going to be getting enough stuff together to make it worthwhile people giving it a go. So we'll just have to see how much nice stuff I can round up. But yeah, watch this space. The idea of that would be trying to get it, so trying to get the stuff listed for sort of the beginning of October. And as with the slot machines, have the stuff open for offers for sort of 2 or 3 weeks, so it finishes sort of before Halloween, because that just kind of goes with the whole horror thing. Good time of year to try it out. And if we get enough uptake, if we get enough people interested in it, then we'll just keep it rolling on. There's no reason why it couldn't roll on, you know, 12 months of the year. Just, of course, just depends on the interest, really. Is the coin automatic high top a Mills, Sieg, or another manufacturer? This high top is a Mills. I'm sure it's a Mills back in it. Yes, I'm almost. I'll look and check and put on the description. Well, you see when the video is done anyway. I'm sure it's Mills. I seem to think it might have a Ruffer and Walker escalator in it. Obviously, a token size escalator. But so you could either just remount the little hole to take sixpences, because it's very slightly too small for a sixpence, because sixpence token size, or obviously swap the escalator out for a proper sixpenny one. Looking for a UK clone version. So this one's got their badge on the front. There's a badge on the side as well. Nice metal badge, which you'll see when I do the video. I might take a close-up of it as well. Another little badge on the top, CAC. So it's been well, a coin automatic code. Obviously a club handle on it. And a non-standard Mills colour, obviously. So they certainly had a good go at that one. So I don't know who made this one. I'd be interested if anybody knows. It's a pretty substantially made, properly made cabinet, old steel cabinet. And that's a Mills mech, and then a Pace rotary escalator on it. Hybrid and some other kind of unusual bits of mechanism on it as well. So it's obviously a proper conversion by whoever did them. But I don't know who that was. So that'd be interesting. If anyone's got any information on that one. So yeah, going back to the horror stuff again, I'll dig out all the old auction results for however many sales we did, and collate all that, again broken down into different categories, which take a bit of doing. So we'll end up with a similar page to this, really, with stuff for sale at the top, and then you know, a collated list at the bottom of whatever, you know, taxidermy stuff and costume stuff and books and all the other sorts of stuff we had. So that's something to work on over the next couple of weeks. We're, well, yeah, I say next couple of weeks, but it'll have to be the next couple of weeks, won't it? Because it's the 19th of September now, so it's not long to go till October. Busy, 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 busy couple of weeks. So some stuff here, some sort of toys and bits and bobs knocking about as well. So it's another section to do. That's something we sold a bit of now and again. We did a couple of dedicated toy auctions, which was one or two nice bits in. So the aim is kind of by the end of the year to get all the to get sections of the website up that kind of match or reflect all the stuff we used to sell in the past in the auctions. So as well, there'll be like sort of automobilia stuff, the kind of what would you call it, like vintage tech, things like old radios, gramophones, and film projectors and cameras and all that kind of stuff. Say toys, kind of Americana stuff, although the Americana kind of fits into all the other things really, because it's stuff like advertising stuff and just general memorabilia, etc. And then really see, go from there once they're all there and see what response they get. Basically, what anybody wants to buy and sell, really. And we can make new bits of website to fit. Oh, I just had a note up here. What does this say? Suggestion: the audio stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. Oh, I don't know what that means. There's a sound coming out the other end. I've got a message on my YouTube studio thing here. I don't really know what it means. I think I'll just dismiss it and see what happens. As long as you can hear me all right the other end, I'm guessing it's all right. Yeah, so as I was saying, with other, we're selling other stuff, doing other chunks of website. It really just depends what people want to buy and sell. So maybe in the future, toward the end of the year, we'll do some kind of survey or something and see what people want next. And if it turns out a lot of people are into anything really, doesn't matter a lot, stamps if you like, we'll do a stamps section or whatever. I know a lot of other people collect other things. As I was saying to somebody earlier today, it doesn't, with the auctions really, it was a case, because the money was earned as a business through commissions, then obviously it was trying to sell higher value stuff. When there's any limit to how many lots we could sell or house or sell at a time, sort of a few hundred a month, we had to try and keep the value overall up in order to get enough commission in to pay the bills. This way of doing things, when it's not based on commission at all, it's merely based on the number of members we get, paying their membership money, then it doesn't really matter. Lower value stuff we can sell, or high value stuff, makes no difference to me really. So we can look at, possibly, as long as the interest is there, at doing lower value stuff that we didn't sell in the past. So it's certainly something I'd consider doing if there's not people interested. It's as simple as that. Because there's no point spending, several weeks programming another chunk of website for, let's say, postcards if there's only going to be one person using it. If it turns out amongst all our people there's, I don't know, 20 people collecting postcards, then it might be worth putting a postcard trading section on, and so on and so on. So that's just something to think about for the future. Any more from anybody? Anybody got anything to say? Anybody need to know anything? Got any bright ideas? Found anything that's not working on the website? A few people last week have helped fill a few more gaps in, which is really good. Particularly on the coin-op stuff. If you don't know, if you go to the coin-op machine's main page here and go either search by type or search by maker, doesn't really matter which. So we'll do search by type and go to the very bottom. Sorry, on this one, go to unknown. After trace simulators, there's a category called unknown. Click that, and then the next one, go to unknown type. And here there's a whole load of machines listed where I've got a name of a machine and who made it, but I haven't got a picture of it. So if you've got any pictures of any of those or any information, it'd be useful to know. There's loads on there. These are usually from like a listing out of Carter's book or something like that. And equally, if you go to search by maker, scroll all the way to the bottom of the letters. I know you can't see this on the screen, it doesn't come out on YouTube for some reason, but you know how it works. On the first one, scroll all the way to the bottom, there's star unknown after Z. Then the next box, unknown maker. That gives a whole list of, I think there's 400 and something machines there that haven't got a maker down. If you go again, scroll all the way to the bottom of all these menus, it says show all their machines. And this brings up a page with a whole load of machines on that I haven't got a maker listed for, because either I don't know or just haven't got around to doing it when I was busy putting the website together. So any of those, again, if you know who made any of them, let me know. All you need to do is go to a page, I don't know, let's pick one, a Rex Rotor, there we are. And on that page at the bottom you'll see there's add some information button or report a mistake button. Click one of those, it just brings up a little box to stick in any information that you can help out with. Or if you spot a mistake, you know, any mistake really, spelling mistake, you know, I've got the wrong maker down or the wrong date down or anything like that, anything you know, anything that can help just improve the database all the time, then please do, it's really useful. So I had quite a few in last weekend, about 20 I think altogether. I'll put a link down to this page if you like. Put a link to this page, there we go. The unknown, unknowns page. Should perhaps put a direct link to that on the website somewhere. Put that in there. Video games and arcade machines would be very interesting. Yeah. I've only got literally a handful of video games I think listed, which is just all with, if you're talking about coin-op video games, which were sold in the past. But I know there are people out there who also collect like the little dinky little, the really early electronic games before they were video games, before you had, you know, sort of games on iPhones and the like. The ones with little LED or LCD screens and things, they're quite collectible. I know there's some people into those. But yeah, coin-op videos, certainly they fit the bill. It's not something I know a great deal about personally. So if anyone can supply loads of information, then please get in touch and we can add it all on. Well, I think there's only about 3 or 4 on here, isn't there? I haven't even got video games. Video games, I have got a video game section, there we are. How many have we got? Yeah, 7. That's just all we've sold over the years, really. That's all I've got results for. But But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them, isn't there? So if anybody's got any lists of video games in a sort of computerized form, get in touch and talk to me. Then we can, I can import them directly out of a spreadsheet or something straight into the database, as long as it's in the right sort of format. So rather than having to type in every video game name, if you happen to have a list of video games by a certain maker, I can just kind of copy and paste that directly into the database with a bit of jiggery pokery. And all of a sudden another 50 games or whatever would appear down here. So yeah, we certainly could do that if anyone's got the info. But there's a lot of good, really, mostly American, kind of the late 60s, sort of into mid 70s arcade games, and really amazing stuff. Very rare. We don't see many here. You don't see that many in the States, I guess, which is probably why they make lots of money. But certainly some interesting things. So we could stick some of those on. He unknown page. I should have said the unknown page. That link. Never mind. You know what I mean. So yes, there we are. Any more from anybody? As usual, if you are selling any of this stuff tonight, if you want to sell it or any of these, after midnight, if you're staying up to see, you will get on your, this is my sample account to show you, on your selling page. Whereas at the moment, if you've got anything listed on the site, it appears under on the live tab. Finishes tonight after midnight, it will appear under cogitate, and you get a little picture of the item, and it will say the highest offer we've received is X, £500, let's say, and 2 buttons, accept or reject. And those buttons are kind of faded out, and next to them is a little dot, and you have to click on whichever dot you want. That then activates that button, and it lights up, and then you can press the button to either accept or reject the offer received, and we do everything else. That's all we need to do. The reason why you have to click twice to do it is just a safety measure, because if you're using like an iPhone or iPad or something scrolling up and down, it's easy sometimes to accidentally click a button you don't need to. So say to actually click those buttons, you have to activate them first by clicking the little dot. There's a little arrow on there, a little instruction of what to do first. But if you could make your mind up within 24 hours, so if you don't want to stay up till midnight, I quite agree, why would you? If you can do it tomorrow, and so we can obviously let the people know who are successful and those who are not. I'll stay up again as usual till sort of 12:30 or something, just in case anybody's up and has a problem with it. Ping us a message, ring me up if you've got my number, whatever. I'll keep an eye on the messages and just make sure everything's running smoothly. There's not really been any problems so far. It's just getting the knack of clicking the little dot to activate the button. That's the only thing people are having issues with. When you press the button on your cogitate page, the accept or reject, you'll see it will disappear from this page altogether. So you should end up with nothing listed on this page. You should do like this when you've finished making your decisions. Then the sold items move on to the sold page, unsurprisingly. Unsold goes over onto the unsold held page. And if you end up taking it home, then we just move it onto the unsold returned page, just so we can keep track of where everything is, of everybody's, so nothing gets lost. If you're a successful buyer, you'll get a message in your messages to say you bought something, and then yeah, just arrange to pay us and come and get it, or for either here in Cambridge or over in Leamington, whatever suits you. So there we are, pretty straightforward. Any more for anyone? Anybody got anything to say? If not, then we'll perhaps call it a night and I'll go and do something else, have another cup of tea and carry on with whatever. I've always got lots to do, that's for sure. Like wading through a few thousand fairground price results. Sorting all them out. Peter's off, Marty night. Catch you on Tuesday probably for the results of this lot. I think there's a lot of people waiting for the see how the pusher does. Be interested to see if it makes a good price. It might tempt another ones in the market. Who knows? Well, that's what we've not done tonight, have we? We've not looked at the wants. Slot machine wants. If anybody wants anything new, let's have a look. All the wants. Let's just zoom that out a notch because the type's gone a bit big. There we go, that's better. Don't think anything new since the week I looked. So that was the latest one. Somebody wants a clown catcher, which I've not had one for a while actually. A clown. Castle Front is on its way still. It's coming eventually. Due map we've got. Challenger we had. Yeah, working models are a bit thin on the ground at the moment. Can't find any for sale. Easy push. I need to start taking some of these things off that we've found. I haven't got it automated that yet really, which is what I need to do when something's listed. Knock this off the wanted list automatically. It's on my my long jobs list of things to program. There's kind of more important things to do in the meantime, really, but it will get there. Right, it all seems to be going a bit quiet, so I'm guessing you're all had enough and you're bored and you've gone off to do something more interesting. So I will probably call it, I'll give it a couple of minutes because it's almost 9 o'clock. If we give it till 9 o'clock, if there's no one else got anything much to say, then I think we'll call it a night at 9. And good luck to anybody who's got offers on any of these. Equally, of course, if you're the seller of them, then yes, fingers crossed you do well. And hopefully they'll all sell. As I say, that should bring in, that will cross the 100 mark on machines. So we'll do a special video sometime in the week. I'll ping out a message and an email to let you know about that. I think that'll be quite interesting just to run through quickly and sort of churn over a few facts and figures about what we've done, how we've done, where we're going, and whatnot. And yeah, we look forward to selling the next 100 machines, hopefully. So Tuesday night will be the usual results show, as people like to call it. I'm not sure it's much of a show, but anyway, you know what I mean. And then we'll do that 100 machines thing, probably Thursday, I should think. So I think I'm probably going to be in Leamington on Wednesday. So I won't be back in time to do it Wednesday night. Oops, my phone's just beeping. Let me turn that off. So I'll put in here, catch up again Tuesday night, Tuesday night, 8:05 p.m. for the results show. On Thursday night for the 100 machines sold special thingy. There you go. Stick that in there. All right, so I think that's probably it. Everyone's gone quiet. It tells me there's 12 people watching. So I think people have drifted off. So I will call it a night there. Catch up with you again Tuesday night. Any problems tonight, if you're buying or selling anything, let me know. Send a message. And we'll go from there. Hopefully there won't be. And as I say, Leamington this coming week, if you want to meet me there to collect anything or drop anything off, probably going to be Wednesday, but get in touch to confirm. But that looks most likely at the moment. So that's it. I'm off for a cup of tea, and we'll see you all on Tuesday night. Nighty night.